live and we are launching today, friends. We are launching the Launch Your Income agency. So come on in. We're going to get to talking and chatting. I appreciate you all joining. Thank you so much. We're going to get to talking and chatting all about going live and launching your income, friend. So, okay, let's get started. I am running behind, but I am here, friends. So excited. Today is a good day. We are talking all things going live and launching your income. So let me know if you have questions. I'm going to get started in a second. I'm going to go. Hello, Michelle. You said congratulations again on your success. You know what? This is the beginning. Thank you so much. Yeah. I am surprised at myself and I'm like, okay, girl, what are you doing? But we gonna do this thing. I'm excited. I'm excited. This is I was telling my husband, I was like, okay, it's happening. It's going down. We doing this. And I'm doing it with accountability now. So now it's like, okay, what I was doing before, I was holding myself accountable. Now, now TikTok is holding me accountable. so, so it's a different feeling. Thank you so much for being a part of the process, though. I so appreciate it. I cannot say that enough. I so appreciate you, and you are going to be great. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I'm thinking about from from my experience of doing this, like all the things that I wish I had. The information, the resources, the why, the what if scenarios, um, different suggestions and ideas just to back up, just showing up every day. I mean, there's something to be said about consistency and engagement, but to know, how do you maximize, how do you grow? So that's why I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, there was a lot that could have been communicated. There was a lot that could have been shared, and so now that gives me, um, you know, to a certain extent, the advantage because I can share that with people and I can explain it. Yes, you will. We definitely need a plan. Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Let's see. So I'm setting my screen up because I am gonna go live. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more efficient today. So we'll see. You have more tools available than you realize. I know. Um, it's a learning curve, but yes, you're right. Tools from the TikTok side of the house, tools from the YT side of the house. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. I was watching, so they have all these different videos and stuff that you can learn from, and there was a video that really talked about how, obviously this is kind of your business when you think about it. I shouldn't say kind of, it is. I'm registered as a business. My business LLC is associated with this. I'm a business, and so now. Hello, friends who are in the room. Good morning. I just saw the numbers. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you all for joining the live. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you have not done so already. You heard me chatting, so I was just sharing. So, as you know, the title is Launch Your Income Agency Soft Launch Event. So, we're going to talk about the soft launch, and I was just sharing how this is a business. So, at the end of the day, it requires me to kind of think beyond the digital spaces. There's physical spaces I should go into. There's ways and opportunities to connect with people and expand and help people grow and just really just take this to the next level. So I'm really excited about that. Um, my friends who are here, I appreciate you joining the live. Thank you for watching. We're going to talk all things going live, but we're going to talk about going live and getting additional support. So when you think about the Launch Your Income Agency, it's a TikTok live host creator, that's what they call them, network agency. So essentially, I am supporting people as they think very intentionally about their growth strategy. What are they doing as live streamers, as live hosts, and how do they obviously expand, but also financially grow. So that's the goal and purpose of all this. And so you should see your outreach. You should see opportunities for you to grow within your own business focus and purpose, but also being able to maximize on TikTok. So we're going to talk about that as well. So thank you all for being here. So if you are new to my live, this is a special live because we're going to talk all things to make sure that you're getting the support you need. On TikTok, there's an application you can click to apply to join the agency. It's free. I say that again, it's all free. It's a relationship that TikTok has with creator network agencies. So, first thing I need you to do is like the live. I need you to comment. And if you have not subscribed to my channel and you want to hear more in the future, definitely subscribe so that you can get notifications of when I go live and when I also post content. My moderator, the best moderator on these YouTube streets is Yes Michelle Crochets. She is in the building. She is here in the chat. So you can definitely connect with her. She's going to help you optimize your page. She's going to give you tips and strategies to make sure you're successful. So definitely connect with her. She's somebody you want to know, you want to follow, you want to pay attention to her content because she's going to be giving you great ideas. And then you can also meet with her. So you really make me smile. Hey, I don't tell lies. I tell no lies. I'm sharing the truth with the people so the people know. That's what this is all about. So thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. And others in the room, you hang on tight. We're going to go on the TikTok streets in a second. We're going to talk all things going live, but now we're going to talk about going live with additional support and intentionality too. So thank you so much. Um, Thank you so much, friend. Let me do my disclaimers. Let's do our disclaimers. Hello, friends. Thank you all for chatting. We got to do our disclaimers. So, first of all, this is a professional channel. We are talking about all things professional. We like to stay on topic. We are talking all things going live and how you can maximize and grow your live stream. So, let's stay on topic. The other disclaimer is that you have to be at least 18 years and older to be on this channel, on this live stream, because we really are talking about monetization. So we want to make sure you're of age. So keep that in mind. If you are not 18, this is not the space for you. And so my friend, my moderator, Yes Michelle Crochet, she is going to be checking accounts to make sure your account has the at least the appearance that you are of age. Okay. And then she might even ask you. So just know that is how we do things here because we don't want any trouble. We want to make sure you guys are growing and you're successful and that you can do all the things I'm going to share with you. Okay, so making sure that you're of age is important. So let me know if you have any questions. In the meantime, I like a lively chat. I like questions. I like engagement. I want to support, but it does require for you to communicate. um, it doesn't require for you to communicate. So feel free to share and connect and say hello. And then, like I said, I do try to look at the chat. I see comments here. I do co-stream. I say this all the time. I'm in two spaces at one. I'm here with y'all and I'm here with them on the TikTok streets. Now, what I'm going to be doing though, today's conversation, so everything I do on YouTube, this becomes part of a playlist. So you can go back, anything I say, you can go back, listen to, and get more information. Okay? I'm 33 years old. I don't have a channel. I'm a supporter. Okay, boss. Okay, thank you, boss. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, friend. So, so what this becomes is a playlist, so you can go back and listen. If you are on TikTok, what I'm talking about today pertains to TikTok. It's not a YouTube thing. This is all TikTok. So live host agencies are a TikTok program. That's a program over there. So I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about being approved as one and the process that I now will do to support people. So the information I'm sharing verbally, obviously you won't be able to see when I show my screen and I'm talking about stuff there. But again, you can go back. You can come over to TikTok too, but you can go back. So I say this to you now. Make sure you like the live. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get more information. I'm going to always give tips. I'm going to help you grow. I'm going to help you go live. I'm going to help you maximize and make money as you're thinking about, passive income, as you're thinking about what is your growth strategy here. In the meantime, my moderator, when we're talking about YouTube, she is awesome. Yes, Michelle Crochets. She's awesome with helping you optimize your channel, helping you think very strategically about your plans for engaging and branding yourself and engaging with your target audience. So we talk about that too. I talk about that, but it's her focus is specific to YouTube. So you want to understand YouTube's a different a different platform. I tell people all the time it is a search engine. So you got to understand, how do you optimize your channel where people can search and find your information. So she's going to help you with that. So I definitely, you want to follow her. You want to reach out to her. She does offer discovery conversations that you can have with her just to understand a little bit more about your goals and then supporting you beyond that. But what I'm talking about today will be pertaining to TikTok. It's a free service for live hosts. So we'll talk about that. You guys are here. I appreciate you joining. Like I said, make sure you like the live. If you are not someone who is a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. This channel, I'm working on producing a lot more content over here too. I'll bring content over here, so I'll have some stuff where people can learn a little bit more about the agency, but also understand live streaming broadly. And then again, how do you brand yourself? How do you take your live stream to the next level? So we'll be talking about that. Obviously, you can tell this is our goal season. We are going, friends. I'm so excited about all the different opportunities that is going to, be realized just from supporting people and the people who are going to be out there doing things to support others and build their community. So this is an interesting time to follow the trajectory of what's happening with Launch Your Income Agency. So appreciate you all being here. So this is a great time. So we are gonna go on them TikTok streets. We're gonna go over there. Let me see. I think I want to celebrate, but let's see. I gotta see what's the different. I want to do an effect, y'all. Sometimes TikTok's effects be a little weird. Okay, that could work. We might do that. We're gonna do a little fireworks. We'll do a little fireworks. I'm not gonna do the fireworks where um, okay, so we'll start off with some fireworks. I won't keep them on there forever, but we're gonna start with some fireworks. All right, friends. Hello, TikTok. It is Dr. Lisa. We are here at fireworks blasting in my face, y'all. It's like blue, blue, blue. If y'all was over on TikTok, y'all see like, what in the world are these fireworks on this woman's face? um, but yeah, that's what we gonna blast the fireworks for a little bit, and let our friends join. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate you, and we're gonna get to talking and chatting. So appreciate you. Look at you, Coach Ronnie. You said, let me be first. Hello, friend. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. You did that yesterday. That was a great live. That was a great live. Let me see if I can lighten this up a little bit. There we go. That was a great live. Look at you. We are fireworking it today, friends. We are in the streets up here in these TikTok streets, making sure we celebrating this. This is a soft launch. So come on in, friends. We're gonna get to talking and chatting. Appreciate you, Coach Jesse. Look at your friend. Come on in. That's what we're doing. TikTok is trying to sing y'all through. I see you all coming in. Appreciate you. Wait a minute. TikTok gave me a flash goal. TikTok said, look here, I'm going to give you the flash goal in the first 3 minutes. And it's the heart me. Look at there. TikTok, thank you. All right, look at that. Anybody else join? Give me one more. Well, if you would like to support whoever else is coming in, you are welcome to send the daily heart me. I appreciate your friends. There we go. TikTok said, look here, I know we're celebrating, so I'm going to give you the flash goal in the first 30 seconds. So we achieved it, y'all. Thank you so much. Now I can tell everybody we got our flash goal. Come on in, friends. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Come on in. We are talking. We're going to be celebrating today. You guys see the fireworks going off. We are celebrating today. That's what this is all about. And this firework blasted in my face. I got to get used to this. Good morning, Dr. Lisa Community. Thank you so much. I see you, Rhonda. You're welcome. You're welcome. And just so you guys know, Rhonda did level up to C5 yesterday. She leveled up. That's awesome. So your gift gallery is from the week. It's for the week. So your next gift gallery, let me just tell you, friend, your next gift gallery will be a C5 gift gallery. It's going to change. It's going to change. You're going to be at the C League. So I'm so happy that was able to happen for you. That's what this is all about. Good morning. How you doing, Miss Darlene? Yes, Michelle, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming over to the TikTok streets. Thank you so much, friends who are here on my YT. Appreciate you as well. Let me know if you have questions, put in the comments as well. Thank you all for sharing out the live. That's what we're doing. We're going to talk, we're going to chat. I may have to turn off the fireworks at some point. So we're going to turn them off at some point because the fireworks is a little extra. But yes, so thank you so much, y'all. Okay, so I'm so excited. I have to be excited today because, like I said, what happened yesterday was part of what the agency is going to offer, and that was just a sneak peek. Freeze, and I'll be back. Oh, TikTok, am I freezing? It gave me the flash code. Hopefully, I'm not freezing too bad. Let me know if you guys are having issues. Um, Before we talk about the link, I'm going to talk about that separately. Me too, freezing so much. Oh, is it? Maybe I will. Let me try something. I came off. I'm gonna try to come off Wi-Fi. Hopefully, I can do that and just operate on my regular network. Yes, freezing. Okay. So let me. Hopefully that helps. Let me know if I still continue to freeze for you all. Um, because I came off my Wi-Fi. Hopefully it did it. I may have to start it over, but let me know if I continue to freeze. If I continue to freeze, let me know. I'm gonna try to go. I may restart the live, so we'll see. I tried to come off my Wi-Fi because I think my Wi-Fi is interesting. I was doing that post that I put in my story today. It did not work. It was glitching until I came off the Wi-Fi. So I wonder if that's an issue. So hello, friend. Thank you so much. But yeah, if I continue to glitch, let me know. Just put it. It's better for me now. I closed TikTok and came back. Okay, okay. So hopefully that helps. Yeah. So all my friends who are coming in, we did get the flash goal. TikTok gave us 3 heart me's. We good. We're good when it comes to the flash goal. And then I was sharing with Rondo. You guys saw where we, yes, because it said my lab was having technical issues when I went to try to download it. Really. Huh. Interesting. You said my lab. What's that? Your live, maybe? That's what it meant. Let me know if it's still I'm glitching for you all and I'm freezing. It just stopped working this morning. Your live did? Oh, did it? Interesting. Um, Glitching. It's still glitching. Mm, Still freezing. Let me start it over. I'm gonna start the live over. I'm gonna come off and start over. Let me try my on my end because it looks like it's still acting as if I'm on Wi-Fi. So let me start over. I'm gonna come out glitchy. Yeah, I'm gonna come out and start over. Let me come back. Okay. Let's see if that helps. It's probably gonna give me the live goal again. Flash goal. TikTok, be nice. Don't do that to me. Today is too important. Exactly. TikTok is trying me. It's like, okay, I'll think about it. I gave you the flash goal in 30 seconds. See, I was trying to be nice to you. So hopefully it operates, yeah, correctly. We'll see. And the glitch isn't gonna continue. I don't know if I'm on Wi-Fi or not. I'm thinking I am not, but we'll see. We'll see it. I turned it off, but it looks like it's still the bars there. I'm not sure. Okay, so if it's still glitchy, let me um let me know if you still experience any kind of glitching going on. We'll play this out for a little bit and see what happens. Like I said, today is the soft launch. I wanted to kind of go through. I did it. I did a sub only live yesterday, and so a lot of the stuff I'm going to share. So far, so good. Okay, okay, okay. We're gonna cross our fingers. um, the stuff I shared in the sub only live was they got really a sneak peek of the conversation I'm gonna have today, and then obviously tomorrow as well, because tomorrow's the official launch. But I was sharing like how I tried to come in for the sub only. Did you? And it didn't work. What? I'm trying to see. Nika, oh, you're not official a subscriber. Okay. I didn't realize that. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't think it doesn't have you as an official subscriber. That's it. You said I'm not a sub. Why not? Why not? He said, I'm back. Hello, Miss Darlene. Appreciate your friend. So, yeah, so what I am going to share, we're going to talk about all the things. Like I said, in the sub live yesterday, we got a chance, you all got a chance to see a sneak peek. So that was, you said, I missed the afternoon one, was fishing with my brother. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So today is what I'm going to share what I shared with the subs yesterday. I love when there's questions. So if you have questions, if you're thinking like, okay, what does this mean for me? How does this help me? How does it not? What's the things I need to think about? Please ask those questions. I'm going to try to make sure I cover all of that as well, just so that you have as much information as possible and to understand what happens when it comes to being part of an agency. And so, again, I want you to be well informed. I want you to feel like, okay, the agency is only going to help me grow. That's the goal. Now, thank you so much, Michelle. If you are not, um, and when I say if you're not, it just depends on how you're thinking about your live journey, how you're thinking about engaging in this process. And so if you're not a person that's like, I want to do this on a more consistent basis, then yeah, it's not going to be worth your time and effort in terms of learning and engaging in different ways with your live stream and learning how to be um, an effective live host, because you're only doing this as kind of a you know, occasional, like rare time you're going to hit that go live button. Then this wouldn't be for you. You think it's a good strategy to put your gift gallery items in the wish box? It is a great strategy. That is a great strategy. You should always do that. And so I I I'll talk about that because as you grow, you definitely want to do that. I'll talk about the nature of my room. I'll talk about how I look at things. So there's some strategy there, but it is a strategy. It's a great strategy. So I looked at my gift calendar. I was like, oh, I could put it in there, especially the high level things. But um, there's I have my own reason why I don't do it. So I'll talk through that. I didn't know if you were supposed to do that or not. You should do it. You absolutely should. Good morning, Trisha. Good morning. How you doing, Saeed? Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you all joining. You said, yeah, you absolutely should do that. That is a great strategy, and it's something that you want to be paying attention to as well. So we'll talk about that though, because I want to make sure people are getting as much information as possible. Hello, Dr. Trish. Hello, hello, friends. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all being here. We are talking about, I don't know, does the title, when you guys saw, did I change the title of the live? Well, I just hit go again. I don't know if it changed back my live title because I had Launch Your Income Agency as the title. So I don't know what it says, but I'm hoping it says that. So I'm assuming it says that. So we're going to talk about the agency. Thank you all for coming in. If you are new to my live, feel free to like the live, comment, um, and we're going to talk about all the things you need to do to make sure as a viewer you are properly engaging in leveling up. But the purpose of this live is to talk about that link that you're going to see in at the bottom here. So it should be a link inside my let me know how does it look for you all. I don't know how it looks for the viewer. Put that in the chat for me. Do you actually see where it's a little link symbol? Or does it look like you have to click something? There should be a link symbol. I don't want you to click anything yet. It's a link. Okay, good. Just listen because driving. Okay, okay. So it's a link. So that's good because there's a link symbol on my side. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the agency first. Awesome, Doris. We're going to talk about the agency first. And then, of course, you'll be able to click that link and do it's essentially you're submitting your interest. You're applying to say, okay, I'm interested in this agency. I want to move forward. TikTok will do its kind of behind the scenes checks to make sure you're eligible. And then if you're eligible, I should be able to see in my system where I can send you an invite to officially invite you into the agency. So that's what we're going to talk through. We'll talk through that part. How you doing, Sarah? Thank you so much. So we'll talk about that. Don't click it yet. I want to make sure we are you're getting information early on about the agency, and then you can make an informed decision if you choose to move forward and click the interest. What am I looking for? You are looking for, ultimately, you're going to look for that link. You should see a link at the bottom here. For me, it's like right here, but I don't know where it's at for your line. So somewhere along this bottom line, you're going to click that link ultimately. What have I missed? You haven't missed anything. I was just saying there's the link to apply. However, I say wait for a second before you apply. I see it. Okay, perfect. Before you apply, because I want to talk about the agency's features and benefits and stuff that I'm going to do to support you in your growth strategy. And um, what I said, that link is almost like an interest. So it's you initiating the process to say, I'm interested in this agency. I want to apply to it. Then TikTok will go behind the scenes. You said no, okay, no, I see it. Okay, um, let's see. And um, so I want to. When you click it, it goes to my page. Say that again. Let me know, where does it go? Um, say that again. Where does it go? Now I need somebody to click it because Miss Darlene, does it go to my homepage? Is that where it's taking you, or is it taking you when I click it? It goes to your screen to apply. Okay, yeah, I've clicked it. Okay, okay, it goes to your screen to apply. Okay, so okay, we're going y'all. If y'all want to apply, that's fine. Y'all want to just go ahead, skip over all that, that's fine. I ain't gonna stop y'all from applying. I was just gonna share some information first. So if it does, it says I will hear from you then. Okay. Y'all like, look here, let me just apply. Let me just apply. I appreciate y'all. Y'all so funny. Y'all are funny. Y'all like, look here, Dr. Lisa. Don't do all that fluff. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate you. You're like, you doing all this fluff, girl. You ain't got to do that with us. I know I want to be. You said I want to be DLL. Y'all say I just applied. Look here. Let's hear your pitch. Okay, I'm gonna say my pitch regardless. Y'all gonna get the pitch. I'm just saying. But if y'all want to skip ahead and apply, that's totally fine. What will happen? Let me see. Let me see if I can see stuff on my end. Since you guys are let me see what it shows on my end, just to see if it has any updates. Um, I have to reboot. Okay. Um, okay. I don't see anything yet. I don't see anything yet, only because I think TikTok has to do their thing. So I'm gonna, yeah, I don't see any as of yet. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm clicking through screens. So I think TikTok needs to do their. See, that's why I'm doing this soft launch too. So I so appreciate you all who are submitting. Okay, no, okay, I do see. I see. Okay, I have to go back and look. So I see Miss Darlene in here. Hello, friends. Um, okay, I see Miss Darlene. Sarah, I don't see you yet. So I'm gonna um go through. I'm gonna have to go in and kind kind of read through this. So this is perfect because I do see where it says new contact. Let me see. I have to go back and look. I don't see where it I don't. I see you as a new contact. So I'll go back and look. I might have to go back and see through this process, and this will help me kind of see what's going on. It says manage relationships. Um, if it don't work, I'll let you guys know. So let me talk about the agency. We will have you click some more. You click the links. I saw Miss Darlene's come through, but it shows it as a new contact, but it doesn't show that your application is waiting. I felt like it should be in a different screen. So it's almost like showing me people who are potential prospects, but it's not showing where there's an invitation for me to review. So that's why I'm like, let's see. So I have to go back and make sure I'm looking at the right screen because I'm not seeing it as of yet. But I would imagine I don't see it until TikTok has done its due diligence. So maybe there's a lag because TikTok will have to make sure you're approved before before I can send an invite. It just says you have applied to the Creator Network. Okay, that's what it says on your end. Okay, okay. You said reset my live goal. Thank you so much, friends. Okay, so I will. So I think at this point, TikTok may need to do its due diligence first, and then it'll get back to me and show me who are people I can move forward with or not. But I'm not seeing anything as of yet, so I will. I'll keep you guys posted. Ideally, so I'll find out maybe on there's a point of contact I can reach out to. So by my 4 o'clock, if I don't see anything, this will be helpful. So I'm happy you guys are doing it now. So by 4 o'clock, if I don't see anything, I can let you know. I can be like, I never got it. I never saw anything. I don't know if there's like a 24-hour lag. So those are the things I need to see. Like, what's the lag? The one. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. So we'll see what happens. But as of now, it's not showing up on my end as of yet. Okay, so let me talk about the agency. Let me talk about the agency and give you some more information. And we're going to talk about the link that's there. And you guys can, you said, oh, that scares me. You so saying like that scares me. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'll keep you posted, friend. We'll see what happens. How you doing? Happy? Thank you so much. I think I did it right. Hopefully, I am a good candidate for your agency. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, so let's talk about the agency process. Just as long as you see my name, there we go. Well, you know what? There's a list of you're in us on a screen where there's a list of you. I guess from engaging in my lives, engaging in content and stuff. There's some familiar names there. Now, they're not names in the room right now. So you're part of a list of different names that they say as I guess TikTok is telling me like these are people who could be prospects for you. Maybe you might want to pursue them and reach out to them. So it's that list. The agents, like I said, the agencies they get a lot of information. So we're getting a lot of information, and so it's almost like from that end you're a part of a list of prospects. It's not that you submitted the application though. So that's what I'm like, okay, I don't know where. Maybe I'm in the right area. So I just need to, it must be a lag because I think that's pretty much what's happening. It must be a lag between TikTok receiving your information and then it coming to me to say you're eligible or not. So I need to go back and see if there's a time frame that I would see the list. But I'll keep you posted. And yeah, see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll keep you posted. I think that's what's happening. I don't see anything. Um, yeah, I'm even under the application records. There's no data yet, so I'm not sure. I'm sure there's probably a lag then. All right, friends. You said I hope I'm eligible. You should be. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know TikTok's rules in the sense of what do they deem. But here's what I will say. Reading through some of the paperwork, and I'll talk about that too in terms of what I've seen so far in terms of eligibility. We'll talk about some of the access and violations and things you need to be aware of, and then we'll talk about that. So let me get started. Okay, so thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all joining. Thank you so much. This is a soft launch, so I appreciate all you who have come in. You're clicking the link. You're sharing your interest in being a part of Launch Your Income Agency. So what has happened is that I applied back in June and to become a live host agency. And really the thinking, and I've shared this with many of you in the room, the thinking was that, having my previous agency as a live host agency experience, the experience of being in an agency on TikTok, I realized there's some things that I wanted to know more of. And if I could do it my way, it would be a little bit more, high touch, supportive, helping people learn and grow, and making sure they understood kind of the mechanics of being here to be a successful live streamer, to be confident, to also build your community, but then also monetize. So all that's built in. And so my experience, I just wanted more. I just wanted more. And so because I had that experience, now I'm able to bring that to here and say, okay, what could I do differently? And so I'm now giving the opportunity to have a peek behind the curtain and recognizing there's a lot of information and resources that agencies have to support live hosts. And so I want to bring that to this space. I want you to feel confident that you're getting all the information you need to be successful, but at the same time, you can take that information and apply it in a way that is authentic to you, to your growth plans. And so, a couple things I want to just say in terms of as you're thinking about being with an agency, I tell you all the time, and I still agree with this. If you're going to be with an agency, it has to be something that you're willing to engage in the process. Whether that's, we all know TikTok Shop, whether that's TikTok Shop or if that is here as live hosting and connecting with your audience. You have to be committed to the process. So if you're doing it on a very passive, and when I say passive, like once a month, maybe two times a month, you're not going to see growth. You're not going to see the algorithm really push you out more. You're not going to see how you can expand and grow further if you're just doing it very passive. And so that froze on my end. Did I freeze? Am I still freezing TikTok? Oh gosh, let me know. Hello, friends. Wait, can I click the link now? You can. Go ahead and click the link. Anybody who wants to click the link, click the link. Like I said, I was looking on my end to see if applications were coming through. I don't see anything as of yet. So I think there is a lag, but we'll go with it. And hopefully by my 4 o'clock I'll see something. Um, Hopefully by the 4 o'clock I can have answers on why I don't see anything. So if there is a lag, maybe there's a 24-hour lag, maybe there's something like that I have to pay attention to. But I haven't seen that in writing, so I have to go back and ask questions. Find an agency can you can trust is hard to do. There's so many scammers. You are so highly spoken of. Oh, thank you. I appreciate your friend. Yes, went out and came back in. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't keep freezing. You were freezing. TikTok. Y'all, the numbers got up. TikTok was like, no, no, no. You are still in your cool down. So I'll talk about that too, because just so you guys know, hopefully I come out of my cool down as of tomorrow, because that's part of a process you need to be aware of. I think TikTok is still technical issues everywhere. Yeah. Well, maybe that's the case. Yeah, maybe there is some issues going on. Oof, annoying. Is it still doing it? Let me turn off this particular effect too. I wonder, I don't know if that's causing anything, but we'll turn that off. We'll go back to the old hand heart. We'll do that. Not on my end, Toya. Okay. Thank you so much, friend. So hopefully it doesn't continue to glitch. We'll go back there. We'll get, yes, it's not us. You don't think it's us. You think it's TikTok. Gotcha. It must be. Okay. Thank you all for liking the live, sharing the live out. I so appreciate you. So really, what I was just sharing is that my experience taught me a lot. It did teach me. It's a cool down. Let me explain the cool down real quick, just so that you guys know. No, the cool down is annoying. Yes, it is. Let me explain the cool down real quick. So when you leave an agency, and I'm just explaining this just so that you guys understand what the process is. I will tell you really quickly. let me make my other disclaimer real quick. Good morning. How do I delete a video that I posted? Give me 1 second, Principal Martin. Um, I just reset the goal. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me say something, and I have to do a disclaimer. Anything you choose to do is on you. Now, as a live host agency, now I got to be careful because I don't want to give the impression that I'm telling you to, change your, if you're already with an agency to change or anything like that. I cannot do that. So I have to be careful now about how I talk about this process so that it doesn't give the impression that I am making you guys make a change that um, it is poaching. That's what they call it, poaching. I am not trying to poach. I'm not trying to do anything like that. So these are things that you can um, talk to. If you're with an agency, you can talk to your agency about their process or talk to them about the process. So I want to say that first and foremost, so you guys understand that there are things that I got to now be mindful of and how I talk about my past experience or talk about other um, talk in a way that may influence you to do things that is perceived to be poaching. Okay, so I don't want to do that. That is not what I'm doing. You all have agency in terms of your thoughts, your decisions. It is not that case. So just know that I said that, and that is my disclaimer. And I hope I wasn't freezing when I said it. So hopefully y'all heard me say that, and TikTok heard me as well. So just really quickly, I will talk about my previous experience in a sense of what I had to do, and I did that to get to this point. Okay, so I had to submit a 30-day notice to say that I wanted to no longer be with the agency. And then when I did that, I had to, TikTok has a cool down period where you have that 30 days. And then after that 30 days, you have to wait 60 days. And so that's what I had to do, wait 2 months. So I gave the notice in May 1st, had to wait 30 days for it to end. It ended on May 31st. And then as of 2 months later, I'm in this cool down period. So my official end of my cool down period is August 1st, which is tomorrow. So um, that was my situation. And that cool down period is in fact a cool down period where I haven't looked my name up. I think my name is probably associated with the agency now, so it's probably not any place I can go look. But in that process, I had to agencies cannot, interact with me, and because of the cool down period, my live streams have not had the reach that it had before because I'm in the shadows. That's probably a better way of saying it. I'm in the shadows still as I have to do this cool down period. So that's essentially what happened. So that's what when I say cool down period, that's what that means. So they're literally icing you when you're in the shadows. And so that's what's happening. Um, so keep that in mind. That is something you want to factor in and recognize in your account. TikTok will have different flags, for lack of a better word, like red flags to say this person cannot move forward in agency, this person is unavailable, that type of stuff. So just know that that's in there. Why does that happen? I mean, I guess the why would be that they don't want people jumping around from agency to agency. I think that's the why. Um, the process, I don't necessarily understand of why it has to be kind of this shadow suppressed type thing. It seems like having them in the system as you can't move forward with this person should be simple enough. But I guess they don't want that person to, um, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I was about to use the word grow, possibly. Maybe that's part of it. Like because you left, you can't grow, and have this expansive growth. Um, so I think that's kind of it. Like I don't know. I'm gonna say it that way because I don't want to get in trouble with TikTok. But at the end of the day, I don't know if I understand like why that has to happen that way. It could be that system has you flagged. But yeah, can you see if you have flags? As I can, as I can see my own flags. Can I see as an agency? Um, is it I see? Um, can I see as an agency if there's some warnings about you? The answer is yes. Yes. Have I checked on people in that part of the system yet? No, I haven't. And the reason I haven't is because just with this week, I've been learning the platform, learning stuff. I didn't want to go in and start searching names and stuff. So I wanted to kind of be mindful before I started doing that part of what they call scouting. So, yes, I can scout. I can go in the system and check. I just haven't done it yet. And I was waiting to this part so I can be in the system for legitimate reasons to be searching around and looking at applications. But come today, I'll be able to have some more information about what it looks like. But yeah, I should be able to check. I want people to understand that being attached to an agency is better than being alone. They want people. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm gonna pin that too. Because Kim, that I mean, that's ultimately the reason why. Like I said, I don't agree with the whole putting people in the shadows though. But it's almost like there, time out for you. I'm slapping your hand. Here's what, yeah, here's your penalty for doing it. So I think that's to me is kind of like okay, well you don't have to do it that way, but to a certain extent, I mean that's ultimately the rationale to say okay, agency will help you grow and help you improve, and without it, you won't be able to do that fully. So there, that's part of it. Um, and to a certain extent, I will say this in all transparency, you won't be able to because the agency has some levers they can pull. And so it's kind of like, again, if you don't know, you don't know. And so that's where the agency becomes beneficial. Yeah, it is punishment. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, so um, it's a little bit of that, and it's also again those levers that the agency has access to. So they're able to pull levers, they're able to see things, they kind of know what's going on. They have again, it's a peek behind the curtain, and they have access to things too. So again, being with an agency, like why do you need an agency? Again, if you don't, I always say this, you don't know what you don't know, and an agency can kind of guide you. So I guess a clear example would be last night with Coach Rhonda in her room. And I don't know, is Coach Rhonda in the room? Is she here? She was here earlier. Um, so Coach Rhonda, when you think about, this almost makes me not want to be with an agency. Like I said, you well let me explain some things. Like I said, you don't know what you don't know. And the agency, if you got the right agency that's going to be transparent, that's going to tell you all the things that you need to do, you would see better growth and success. You just will. There's no way around it. So even as the you said I'm here. Okay, good, good. Yes, that was so exciting. It was, but that's the coaching that comes with it. So to know, you said I'm rocking with you. I got your friend. To know that she didn't know about her league. I'm gonna assume that Rhonda, because I know we don't talk about it as much here. But when you look at your league and understand the whole league process, she had an opportunity to look at her league and say, okay, well, wait a minute. If I just stay in it for a little bit longer, maybe I can see myself league up. Oh, well, maybe I need to battle. Maybe I need to talk to my community in a way that they will support this particular um, growth opportunity. And so little things like that, an agency can say, okay, here's what I want you to do. Now, again, Rhonda, we had this conversation in the live when I was sharing. I said, ooh, this would have been a good opportunity to kind of really make sure you had a battle and use the 60-day as a way to say, okay, guys, we're going to celebrate in this way. Um, and just take advantage of that time, that particular event in a way that says, okay, let's be a little bit more strategic. What can happen here? And she did league up. I mean, she did it. So that was awesome. And see, that's the type of growth that if you don't know, you don't know. You wouldn't even know to kind of pay attention to your league, pay attention to your gift gallery, those type of things. think about ways that you can infuse these other celebratory things in there. And then the leagues, I'm sorry, the agencies, they literally get a heads up on all campaigns, all content. Um, when you think about those challenges and stuff that happens, or trends, that's what I'm trying to say, trends, they see all that before everybody else. So when you see somebody who is trending or jumping on a trend, 9 times out of 10, their agency, especially the big creator agencies, their agency was like able to share, okay, hey, here are the top two, here's the top 5 trends that's happening. Here's what you want to do to make sure your trend, that you are successful with this trend. And people are creating videos and they're in the early stages of that and they're able to run with it. So just know, that's what I'm saying. They get a peek behind the curtain that is really phenomenal in terms of how you see it. You said I just got, oh, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. I'm so glad for this community. The support is undeniable. And you coached me in real time. That's it. That's what I want to do. She leveled up. She leveled up. I didn't know that I was close to leveling up. Yeah. I looked at it, I was like, let me tell her. I should say something. That only helps with leveling up. Yes, it does. It does. It does. And so it absolutely does. So I want to, so as an agency, I will bring that to the forefront. Nobody, and that's again, you don't know what you don't know. And so even in my process, I didn't know enough about it and nobody really stopped to explain it to me. And so, and that's what I want to make sure I do differently. Like I want to explain it to people. And you can do it in a way, especially if you're doing it in a way that is not, um, so stressful, so demanding, so awkward, just making sure that you're able to do it and then do it in a way that's authentic to you. Good morning. How you doing, Michelle? Appreciate your friend. Should I battle every day? Not necessarily. No. I mean, it's up to you. I'm gonna put that there. It's up to you, but I wouldn't. You don't want your audience, you don't want your community to get battle fatigue. So that's what I would say. I think there is something to be said. There are people who do it every day, all day, constantly, and no shade on them. But at the end of the day, the battle, you gotta have people who support your battle. You got to make sure that they gonna be in it with you and they gonna rock with you. And if you are like, okay, y'all, we're gonna do battle, we're gonna do battle, we're gonna do, then people are like, okay, wait a minute, I'm not gonna come here and sit all day every day and do her battles. So just recognize that there's a balance. I think there's a balance, and there's a way you want to execute that in a way that, again, it's authentic. It's a way to rally your community. It's a way to get people energized and excited about it. I try to explain to my room every time so they know why we ask for gifts. Yes. It's important. You said swiped out. I loved it, Dr. Lisa. Oh, I appreciate that. What are you supposed to do when the battle was going on? Okay, so let me say this. That's going to be part of what I talk about and what we're going to get training on, because there, obviously there's some things. Thank you so much, friend. There's some things that you want to know in terms of the etiquette for it too. So that'll be part of the training. Let me talk about the agency. So I'll talk about all the support I'm offering and stuff, and then how we will do things. Thank you all who are coming in. I heard a big creator straight up say, "Get the heart me. It costs you 1 penny. It makes me a lot of money." Oh, yeah, that's horrible. That's not true, but it's horrible. They would do that. You said I liked his honesty. I mean, I said it's horrible because at the end of the day, that's not the way you want to communicate to your audience. Because at the end of the day, it is about making sure you get community commitment to come back and connect with you. But at the end of the day, it's also about making sure people are buying into who you are and they know, like, and trust you. Now, it makes him a lot of money, so you support him because you're making him a lot of money. That, I don't know. That's some people's strategy. So, how do you get the people to send the daily heart me? It gets you, the consumer, to get engagement points. Exactly. That's it. You get engagement, honesty, but with class. Exactly. Yeah, that's it. Honesty with class. Yeah, maybe that's what I responded to. Yeah, just being tactful about it. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. Go into my class, giving a final right now. Be back tomorrow. Okay, sounds good, friend. Okay, so good morning. How you doing, Wendy? Okay, so really quickly, let me show some stuff. So how do you get people to give the daily heart me? We'll talk about that too, because I mean, obviously, you got to know your community. You got to pay attention to some things that is happening in your community. So you literally, and I tell you guys all the time, TikTok tells on you. TikTok gave me the flash goal again. Okay, roses. We can live with roses. Um, it gave me the daily heart me like within the first 30 seconds of my live, but again, it was glitching. So it is what it is. Happy Thursday, friend. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all being here. Appreciate you all sharing the roses. Thank you so much. Um, Daily Heart Me, any kind of support for the live, it's about making sure you educate your community. The Heart Me, you can tell if people gave it or not. I mean, that's the whole thing. You just want to be aware as a live host of how people are engaging your live. So you can see the heart next to their name. You can see the blue box. So if people are actually supporting your live in that way, you can you'll know, and then it's up to you to how you educate them on what support looks like. What does that support mean for your live being able to grow, and just thinking about intentionally making them part of your team, the fan club, thinking about how you are connecting with your fan club members too. How is everybody doing? Great, friends. So that's important for you to recognize that heart me being a part of it, and then how you message that. So it's going to be important for you to make sure you are explaining some of the things that you have to offer. When is the flash go? When is the flash go? Does it only register one per person? Yes, it only registers one per person. Yep, one per person for the flash code. Okay, so a couple things. So I shared Launch Your Income Agency. We're doing a soft launch today. We are essentially looking at people who, if you click the link that's here, you can submit a link stating that you're interested in the agency. I should receive a notification from TikTok that I have people who have submitted requests to join the agency, and who have applied essentially. Hello, Derek. How are you, friend? And so, with those people who have applied, um, I will be able to go into the system and then send you a formal invite. So that's the process. I'm looking at the system now. I'm still not seeing anyone as of yet, but I'll ask a little bit more to see if there's a correlation between how quickly, when somebody submits that interest, how quickly do I see it? Are you streaming to? Yep, I am. I am. Why? Why'd you ask? And people know. Why'd you ask them? Listening, can't tap for a few. Okay, appreciate your friend. And so I'm going to showcase a couple things. Um, will you let me know if we're unable? Yes, yes. I need an invite. Can you send it to my email? Wendy, the link here, you click the link. If you click that link, it sends the request. It sends the application. So it should be that link. As simple as clicking that link. Okay. So let me talk about the agencies just so that you guys can kind of know what you're getting. So essentially, this is what I call, where is it? Do you see a link? Anybody not see the link? Let me know. It should be a link that's along this bottom row in the lower left corner. So it's in the lower left corner, lower left. So it's over on this side. Yes, it's very simple. I see it. Okay, awesome. So, and again, bottom left. That's on the side. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure. Am I pointing to the left on y'all? Okay. So okay. So with the agency, so I did a soft launch today for this exact reason. So you guys are helping me tremendously. So I can be able to talk about it. Now I know it's in the bottom left. So I can even point to it. And so I can also check the system to see how it looks inside here. So this is helpful. And like I said, I don't currently see anything. And I want to make sure I click the link. Awesome. We love you. Oh, you're so sweet. I want to make sure that I understand the internal process. So this is helpful. Like I said, currently I don't see anything, and I don't know if it is supposed to be real time. So I'm going to go back and check and see if it is supposed to be a real time update. I would imagine it's not, because TikTok again would need to confirm that you're eligible. So the application is just hitting the link. I think so. So what the application should do is that once you click that, it should come to me at some point where TikTok is saying if you are in fact eligible. So, and then if you are, I can then send other invites. That's the way I understood it. So again, this is I'm figuring it out as I go. This is new, a new platform and system for me as well. But yeah, again, I should be able to see something. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll go back after the live and just kind of check and see if there's anything that speaks to, time frame of seeing application data come through. Maybe it's when I come off the live. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works. So that could be part of it too. Maybe me being live doesn't allow it to get pushed over. I'm not sure. So we'll see. It could be compiling all of those and then it will be sent over. Um, will we be penalized if we haven't gone live in a while? Um, from what I saw, it will give me data on when you went live last. We're learning together. Yep, we are. It will give me data on when you went live last and if you have never gone live. So it will give me that data, um, which will allow me to, so basically that data is allowing you to discern if this person is somebody you want to invest in. And so that's part of the whole people applying to your lot to your agency. You want to make those type of determination to say, okay, is this somebody I want to spend the time and invest in them versus these other people who are live and are doing this thing. So that's part of it too. Obviously, the whole purpose of this though is TikTok is trying to make sure um, that they're scaling the live ecosystem. So people who have expressed an interest in being with an agency and maybe they haven't gone live yet, your agency could be the support that they need to go live and be consistent. So that's part of it too. So I wouldn't necessarily rule out somebody who didn't go live, or if this person has not gone live recently, I know that they've gone live. I don't see that data. Then I know that that's somebody I want to definitely invest in because they know the mechanics of it. What will you help us with? Okay, give me let's talk the nitty gritty. I hear you, friend. You're like, well, so what are you going to do? Okay, so a couple things. Um, let's go to my agency page. This is a page. So when you go to my website now, you don't see this. It is going to be, and I'll show you guys that too. It is going to be. Can I pull it over? See something. It is going to be. Um, I'm just pulling it over on the other page so I don't have to flip screens. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. So really quickly, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna flip my screen so you guys can see. We're gonna go through a couple things. Okay. And so first thing you should do, when you guys click the link, I'm assuming you see something like this and maybe it says apply instead of log in to continue. It should say apply because you guys are probably already logged in. Let me know if it doesn't look like this. So this is the actual, what the link should land on this page. And it kind of gives a quick little generalized rundown of what the agency will offer. And so that's what you should see. Thank you so much. If you are new to the live, go ahead and click the live goal. I'm going to pin it again. We do have a flash goal that's happening. And so that flash goal is there. So you should see this. I just want to make sure I see that. It just says apply. Oh, it just says apply. It doesn't even look like this. Huh. Huh. I wonder if that's part of the issue. It should land on a page like this. Huh. I'm new. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Interesting. It just says apply. So it doesn't even look like this. You said no. Okay. Sarah said mine looks like that. It looks like that. That's just doesn't say log in. Gotcha. You do see that. Okay. How do I get to that page? It looks like that. At the bottom it says apply. Okay, at the bottom it says apply. Okay. Okay. So I think Kim, that's what you said, but you said so if you click apply, it should take you to this page and at the bottom it says apply. Okay, that's what it looks like. Okay, thank you. So Kim, I don't know if you heard that. It should look like this page, and at the very bottom where it says red, it should have apply. Okay, so this is the landing page. This is what everybody gets to, and this is like when you think about almost like a page where it's like stating your interest to apply. That's what this is. And so TikTok will then, it comes to me in my database. I should see a message that says if you are in fact eligible to be a part of the agency. You said I got kicked out. Interesting. Um, I don't know what happened. Let me know if you don't see this page. It should say apply here. And so then I should see a message, a list of people who have submitted an inquiry, and TikTok should say if they're eligible or not in my list of applicants essentially. So you guys are applying here. And then I can send, in that regard, I can send you an invite. It'll come into your inbox, your system inbox. So you should see that. It looks like that. Okay, good, good. Okay. So this is what it should look like. Let's go here though, real quick. You guys don't see this yet. So this is going to be the landing page for the Launch Your Income Agency. And so this is going to be, let me come over here real quick before I run through this. I'm going to add this link to my page. It's going to get added. I'm going to tell you right now, I have to wait about a week before I can add this. This is all my different clickable links. I'm probably going to wait for about a week, only because the agency requirements is that I have to link this page first. So when you go to my website, starting tomorrow, you're going to see one link, and it's going to be the link to this. Okay? That'll be the link for the next 7 days. After those 7 days, you're going to see this link, because it's going to have the link that you just saw. That's the first one. Join my agency, the Launch Your Income Agency. Need a live agency, and then it goes to explain how do you learn more about my agency. It's going to be that page there. Okay, and then the other link is my Stand Store link that you see now on my page. That is still services I offer. Those are above and beyond the agency. Like if somebody wants to do a whole coaching call and consultation about their business strategy and some other things they want to talk about, not necessarily about being a live host on TikTok, but they want to talk about other stuff, you can schedule one-on-ones with me. You can get coaching services, consultations. That would still be a service I offer above and beyond being an agency. I just want to make sure I make that distinction. And then you have TikTok, and then you have my Instagram and all that stuff. So these are my links. So this is what you'll see as of next week. But you'll just see this one link starting tomorrow so people can apply. In the meantime, here is what I offer. I think that was the ultimate question. My people who were at my subscriber meeting yesterday saw all of this. Yes, way to go, Natalie. What just happened? Natalie? Natty Nat, what happened, friend? I missed it. Thank you so much, friends. Appreciate you. Did we reach our goal? I don't even know if we reached it. If you're oh, we achieved it. Oh, okay. Awesome. That was delayed. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So when it comes to the agency, what I'm going to offer is really it's an agency to support people in terms of building your confidence, especially when it comes to understanding how to build. Just freezing. Yes, freezing. Am I freezing again? Let me know. I think you guys said I'm freezing. I don't know if it's your Wi-Fi. Oh, it's not me. No, I don't think it's your Wi-Fi. I think it's beyond. I think it's TikTok. Yeah, I think TikTok is having some issues. Yes. Let me know. So if I'm freezing, I just want to make sure you guys are able. You guys are coming in and out, and so I'm assuming live keeps lagging. Oh, TikTok. Am I still frozen? Um, mm, yeah, I don't know what I can do. Um, yeah, everything. No, I see nothing. Really? See, it's still lagging, huh? Yeah, I think everything about this live is lagging. And even when I look at my it says my connection is lost. Am I still frozen? Mm. Am I still frozen? Let me know if you guys don't see me. It says the connection is lost. Yeah. You said I'm back? TikTok is not being nice. No, not at all. Yeah, it says I'm frozen, and it says I've done only 5 minutes of a live. My live has only been on for 5 minutes, and we know that's not true. Um, yeah, it's definitely acting up. I feel like I need to restart. Huh. Am I still back for anybody? Let me know if y'all back in the room. It says the connection is lost. It says lost connection. It says my live is only been on for 5 minutes. So I wonder if there's an update. This always happens when they update. Interesting. TikTok really isn't being nice. Miss Jessie, no technical issues. Um, that is true, Natty Nat. I think it's better now. You think so? Um, I don't know though. Like I said, it didn't re-update. It okay. It did change my time. It now says I've been on for 53 minutes. I was like, I know I've been on longer than 5 minutes. Okay, back. So it's back. It still says my connection is lost though. It does not say I'm on a good connection. It says lost connection. Only had to close the app 8 hours. No. Okay. Times. And you said 8 times. True. All right, friends. So video is back. All right. So I will. You leaving a cool down period with a bang. I know. They like, look here. We gonna show you. We gonna show you. I don't care if it was more people in your room. We gonna show you. I see it here. Okay. Okay. Make it work no matter. Okay. Oh, no matter what. That's it, Natty. That's how I feel about this. TikTok is yes. TikTok, you're fine. I said TikTok told me my life couldn't be downloaded. Your live couldn't be downloaded because of technical issues. Oh, really? Okay. Wow. Okay. Now it says good connection. So it says good connection. It shows the time. We're going to go with it, y'all. Let's go with it because we're going to breeze through this page. Landing page is here, like I said before. I don't know if you heard me when I was talking about that. The landing page, that if you want to know more about the agency, if people are interested in agency, it'll be a page that is available to them on my site as of next week. This week, I'm doing the recruitment stuff. So that's why it launches next week. I'm sorry, launches officially tomorrow. You guys are helping me through this period of trying to understand how the system will work. So we're gonna work through that. Hopefully by my 4 o'clock, I'll have a little bit more context to what to expect surrounding when you guys submit that apply button. Does it come to me instantly? Is there a lag? Like, what does that mean? So I just want to kind of understand that. So hopefully I'll get some answers between now and 4, or it will get updated between now and 4, or if it is glitching because of the lost connection, um, that gets resolved too. So we'll see. I came back this morning and I was told to download it. Okay. So people, okay, so let me show the website. If you are still here, like I'm gonna ask Miss Darlene. I don't know if Sarah's still in the room. I'm probably gonna ask you guys to reapply just to see if it lets you apply again. Maybe it won't, maybe it will. Um, well, go ahead and click it. Click it and let me know if it does allow you to apply again. Because I guess I'm just thinking like, is that glitch? not letting applications go through because it literally said my lost connection and only had me at 5 minutes and I had done 53 minutes. So who knows if anybody applied between then and maybe didn't go through. So we'll see. We'll see if that was, a bigger issue. Um, told me I've already applied. Okay. Somebody who applied doing after Miss Darlene. Miss Darlene was like one of the first, her and Sarah. Somebody who applied like in the last 10 minutes. Click it and see if it lets you apply again. Um, and see if it says you already applied. Anybody? Anybody want to click? And let me know. So let me know if it gives you an error or not, or if it lets you apply a second time. Same. Okay. Okay. All right. We're gonna say it's out there in the TikTok universe. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So let's go back to the application. To the website. So essentially, a couple things I have put in here are things about growth, helping you grow your community, helping you think about your monetization of your live stream, being very intentional about helping you build confidence. You figure you have people, my nervous, my shy, my scared people, all those people who are wondering if they can do this. So part of what I'm going to do is just teach you mindset and confidence about doing this. The other part is helping you with strategies about how do you grow intentionally, and then of course, how are you thinking about your monetization? Okay, so I want to make sure we're looking at those, essentially those three pillars of the agency. In doing that, a lot of it's going to be guidance and encouragement. I'm going to give you strategy we're going to get as well. So here's some of the services we'll offer from the context of the agency. Thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining the live. In the agency, you'll learn about just understanding live stream training. We'll do some hosting strategies, so you guys will get. The goal is that I will be doing weekly conversations, weekly meetings where I'm going to talk through some things you want to pay attention to that week, some things that may be helpful with boosting your live stream. Obviously, if there's any campaigns or trends you want to focus on, that'll be helpful. And then if there's any interagency opportunities for us to have those matches or other ways that we can think about monetization. We're going to have a data driven approach. The platform is called Backstage, just so that you guys understand what I'm looking at. It's called Backstage. So the platform has a lot of data. It's going to give me data as a agency surrounding the people, the creators. That's what you guys are called in the system. Give me information about the creators within my agency and how they are performing. And maybe because you have that data, you can understand what are some areas you need to grow in. And how do you perform differently so that you can see your numbers, your data improving. And so we're going to work on that, improving your performance with data driven decisions. And then we're going to think about accountability and motivation. Again, just staying in, engaging your lives, checking in with you, encouraging you, having different ways to highlight and spotlight you all. Where will the meetings take place? Via Zoom. We won't do it on TikTok. Um, and so I'm going to another. Let me finish this, and then I'll talk about a couple of things that are in the works. Um, we'll have exclusive agency incentives. We'll talk about live challenges. There will be a referral program, obviously, in terms of referring other creators to the agency. There's a benefit for you all. There's going to be some growth campaigns and stuff that we're looking at. And again, there's a lot of things that are already part of the live creator network program that as a live agency you have access to. So I'm just going to bring a lot of that stuff to the forefront. And then obviously there'll be some unique things that I create for us to also make sure that we're growing and staying intentional about our growth strategy. Because essentially, if you check out and you're not doing this frequently enough, you're not going to see that growth. So I want to make sure you guys are staying checked in and engaged so that you can, in fact, grow. And then, you have the agency advocacy when it comes to if your account is at risk of being banned or if it has, in fact, been banned. There is a platform where agencies can submit an appeal on your behalf. And so, again, the agency also offers that resource. I will say this, my goal is to stay in front of this. So we talk about violations, we talk about things that you want to avoid so that you don't get to the point where you're talking about being banned. So I want to be in front of that conversation, and so you guys don't feel as if, oh, you know, side, you know, side swiped, for lack of a better word, blindsided. That's what I'm trying to say in terms of what could happen with your live stream. So we'll do that. This is just some background information about who I am and what I've done and stuff. And I've talked about this before. The PhD. I have a PhD, MBA, and an MSW. And then obviously I've been on this journey for a minute now. I'm hitting 8 months of doing it consistently and growing, and put in a lot of hours. So just knowing I'm here for you. I want to make sure you're getting great advice, great tips and strategies, but also understanding again that peek behind the curtain is important from a TikTok perspective. So this is the form. Essentially, a couple things I have down here, checkbox things I want to say out loud, just so that you guys understand kind of what happens from an agency perspective. I do not have a live requirement. What I do say, and this is something I will say I strongly encourage, if you're going to be a part of the agency, you really need to go live at least 3 days a week and at a minimum of an hour. Because if you're doing it too passive, you'll come back and say, well, I'm not growing. People's not in my room. I don't see anybody. No one's doing this. No one's doing that. You're not here enough. You're not consistent enough. And if that's the case, then no agency is going to really be able to help you, because you do have to show up to see a return on your time investment. Okay, so that's part of it. The other thing is um, when you join the agency, TikTok, obviously, like I said, TikTok is the ultimate decider. So if there's issues with your account, I don't, ultimately, I can't make TikTok allow you to be attached to the agency. So TikTok has to make sure that you meet their standards. So I put that first one there just so that you understand it's not me. It may be TikTok. So I will communicate that to you though. And then the last one is just my disclaimer in terms of the agency versus Dr. Lisa and my broader coaching services. The agency fees are just that, they are free. There is no cost to you. Everything I talked about, my services, what we're doing, connecting on Zoom up here, all this stuff I am doing, I will offer it to the group. I will talk to people individually. I'm fully available to you to support your live stream. But if you're talking about business strategy, growth strategy from a business um, coaching perspective, then that's a different service. So I just want to make sure I say that. So that's a different service, and then we can schedule meetings and talk about that above and beyond TikTok. Okay, so all that is there for you. That page will be available to you for you to kind of look at and review. But essentially, what in terms of how I'm going to kind of operate is that in this first week, maybe we'll see. It may go on for like 2 weeks at most. We're gonna If you apply to the agency, you get invited. I'm gonna invite you to a WhatsApp um, page for us to communicate. I can send information over there. We can chat. I can also let you know when Zoom meetings are happening, that type of stuff. I probably will continue the WhatsApp just as another way for people to communicate, even there, even within the agency, because you can send stuff. But I'm ultimately going to start a SKOOL page for me to be able to put training videos up, because I have a lot on my page here, and I'll have a playlist. Well, I have several playlists already, but I'll probably point people to the playlist. But I probably will take some of those videos and put them in school, so that is a little bit more organized, especially for people who are just starting off, that are trying to figure out how do you begin. So some of that content will come over to school, and I will be creating new content based on questions being asked, great, based on best practices that I'm noticing from the agency perspective, to offer you all to say, okay, here's something you want to consider. For example, there's not a video on leagues, so understanding leagues. I want you guys to understand that. So there's things like that. I'm gonna really make that available in the school platform, and we can kind of walk through that. And once I have that available, so I'm thinking about. Well, I shouldn't say thinking. I will be doing that. I just need to make sure I can get to that probably in the next week or so, because obviously this launch is what I've been focusing on, and making sure I have my system set up for TikTok. So we will, and with that, I want to make sure that I have a consistent schedule for you all to do some quick Zoom meetings. Maybe they're 30 minutes, no more than an hour. We're going to do some quick meetings, talk about what's happening with the agency, talk about different updates and strategies that you want to be aware of. We'll do that. And then I'll post those recordings in Zoom as well. I'm sorry, in school as well. So you'll have access that way. So the thinking is that you're going to be well informed. A lot of information is going to be shared. And it's going to be up to you to continue to show up, be consistent, and just think about different ways that you can grow. We'll do some agency challenges. We will probably do some have some alliances with other agencies so that we can battle with them, and then obviously do some friendly battles within the agency because you want to make that part of your growth strategy. We'll talk about strategically how do you battle, how do you think about infusing those into your lives in a way that seems authentic to you. Again, I don't want you to feel like, oh, all you're doing is making me battle. I don't want that. Is not what I'm saying, but that is a monetization strategy. So I don't want you to feel like, oh, well, I'm not getting any diamonds. I'm not doing this. Like those are things that you can. And if I was educated earlier, I probably would have said you absolutely should do. And so you want to make sure you're doing it and doing it in a way that is again authentic to you. Hey, Live Legion. And so again, so as you're doing that stuff, you'll grow. Okay. So that's the whole point. I want you to feel confident that you can grow and monetize. And say, hey, hey. And so just know that's all offered. Okay. That is all going to be offered. Live Legion, just so you know, you're hearing it from me. I'll text you too. But I am officially a TikTok Creator Network agency. So I got approved. So I'm a TikTok Creator Network agency. We'll talk. We'll talk. We'll definitely be talking. I'm so sorry. I keep missing it because I'm working. But how do you get to the link? Congratulations. Thank you so much, friend. Um, the link should be in the lower right corner. Let me know if you don't see it. The link should be in the lower right corner. I'm sorry, lower left corner. That's what they said. It's a link in the lower left corner, and for me, it's in the middle of the screen. So that's why I'm pointing over there. Left. Thank you so much, Trisha. So couple things you want to keep in mind. Like I said, if you are interested in joining, you can click that link. You can submit an application. This is my soft launch. How you doing, Betsy? This is my soft launch. Soft launch meaning that hopefully I'll go into the system. I'll see your applications in there. TikTok is supposed to let me know if you guys are eligible based on not not being in any violation. And then ultimately, if you are eligible, then I should be able to send you an invite. The invite will come in your inbox. You will then go take that code, that invite, and go into the creator. And I'm actually going to show you on my other phone. You should be able to go into the creator network box to link launch your income agency. Okay. So you should be able to do that. Let me show you guys what it should look like. Give me 1 second. Okay. So if you are on your profile, you click TikTok Studio, repeat, taking notes. All right. So you're on your TikTok Studio. Um, you're going to, so you see where it says tools and live. So you're going to click the live side. You're going to scroll down. On the live side, it should say, right after you pass that analytics stuff. So you're going to go into the middle of the screen. It should say tools and resources. You're going to click the little arrow. Well, there's a little arrow, and it should pull up your tools and resources. There's one right here that says, let me flip my screen so you can fully see it. My screen is mirrored right now. It says join creator network. Oh, it's backwards. Okay. Join creator network. After I send you the invite, you should be able to go click that join the creator network. It should look like here for you. It says view how to join. It should look like that if you click it. And let me take that back. Once I send you an invite, it may have it where it's an invite's waiting for you. That's probably where it's going to say. It's probably going to say launch your income invite. It's probably going to have an invite waiting for you. So go in and then you would join, you would accept. So that's what's going to happen. Okay. So it is under the join the creator network. So it'll be under there. How you doing? Phenomenal. Appreciate your friend. Thank you for coming on in. And so it should be under that. The main event. Thank you so much, friends. So the link right now to apply, and that again, that's where you're stating your interest, that you're interested in joining. It should, and then that's helpful because then I should be able to see it at some point, and TikTok will say if you are in fact eligible. And if you are eligible, then I can. You said, congratulations, boss lady. Thank you so much, friend. If you are eligible, then I should be able to send you an invite. If you aren't eligible, I should be able to send you a message as well. So, um, and so what I did with today's live, I walked through kind of what's available. Look at the link in the corner. Yes, it's there. It's there. It's real. It's the real thing now. So so you should be able to see that link, and then you can apply. With the process for once you apply, you have 7 days to accept that link. Once I send you the invite, you have 7 days to accept it. Delayed is not denied, not at all, not at all, and not at all, y'all. So it was delayed, but it was not denied. I will tell you because, like I said, I've had a peek behind this curtain, and it's not a guarantee. They do deny, and so just know that you got to make sure you check a lot of the boxes to be accepted to be an agency, and so I'm really excited about this. I'm really um, privileged to even just be in this space, and I say it all the time. If I could imagine, just you say you are just awesome. Thank you so much. If I could just imagine just January, just being here, and we're in July, and this is where I'm at. I'm really, really thrilled. I'm really thrilled. I'm really thrilled about how much I've grown, how much I've thought outside the box, and just not let myself just be complacent. So this has been a challenge for me because again, I tell you guys all the time, I never imagined a year ago, any time that I would be on these TikTok streets the way I'm on these TikTok streets. I was not that person. That was not me, but I'm here. So I'm just so proud of myself. Do you do shoppable live too? Do I do shoppable lives too? No, this is the Creator Network program. So this is for live hosts. TikTok Shop um, agencies is different. That's different. So this is from the creator side. So I will say what happens from a creator side. We talk about how do you engage the live experience. That's what we're talking about. 100% about the live experience, not from products that you're doing where you're adding to the shopping cart. Not at all, actually. And so that's a different type of live and different type of program. You have put in the work. Thank you so much, friend. I appreciate you. Okay, cool. So a different type of program. Couple reasons why you cannot join this program. TikTok actually doesn't say you can't be in the verbiage I've seen. It doesn't say that. I will say though, I suspect that they won't approve an application that is already attached to a shop agency. So I will say that they do explicitly say in their documentation that you cannot be part of the creator management program. So the creator management program is really for your content creation. And typically those people who are in the creator management program, they are influencers, high influencers. Okay. So they kind of know they're in that program and they're getting that level of support from TikTok. So you can't be a part of this if you're a high influencer. Or if you are in the creator management program. So that is explicitly said. I don't know if they named shop or if they haven't named shopped intentionally or just not yet. Maybe they just haven't updated the information to say that's a different agency and you can't be a part of it. But I'm pretty confident with saying that that is something that they wouldn't approve. So just know if your account is that you're applying with is associated with that, then it probably will not get approved. Um, How you doing, Eugene? And then also what I will tell you is that a couple other things that you want to keep in mind in terms of what will get denied, I guess, and not be approved is that, and I know that's not the people in this room, but if you have 1 million followers, that's a immediate no. You got too many followers. You don't need the guidance and support. You good. That's the way TikTok looks at it. So the other thing that it says is that if you are in between 200K followers and 1 million, you could apply with what's called elite access. That's special access, special consideration. So that's something to kind of, again, that's probably not the people in this room, but again, that's where those influencers kind of sit. They could apply, but they got to get special permission. Child, let me look and see if I have one. I know, me too. I'm like, what am I 1 million? The other reason why you will get applied denied too is based on your how much you earn from TikTok currently and in the last 5 months. So if you are someone who has earned, and the way they look at it is based on your earnings anywhere between if you've earned over $5,000, TikTok was like, no, again, you kind of understand what's going on here, so you don't need support. You've done good. And so that's where TikTok was like, okay, we got to cut it off at some point to say who really does need support. So this program is designed for new people and scaling your monetization. If you now don't get me wrong, if you making 5,000 a month and you've grown to that point, TikTok ain't gonna kick you out of the program, but just know you are a high earner. And so if you ever left, then you probably would not be able to get an agency in the future because you performed pretty well. Dollars and diamonds, that is dollars. Those are dollars. Now, what that equates to is it does equate to diamonds. What I went back and listened to the training videos. 5K is equivalent to like 500,000 diamonds. So you've kind of gotten to that point each month that you've kind of created 500, you've collected 500,000 diamonds. So that's about 5K a month. Okay. Now they question anybody who's making like 200,000 diamonds a month to 5K. Those are elite people. Yes, I have only heard the diamond number. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what that, so you've heard the five, and I know you've heard that because I know that number too from the other, my past life, back in the beginning of my journey. But yeah, so they really are paying attention to how many diamonds you're collecting each month. And if you grow to that point, then you're getting additional support and services. Like I said, they don't take you out of the agency, but just know that you're in that elite status. That's essentially where you're at. So the services and the support you should get is based on the elite level support. So and as the agency, as my agency grows, I'll have to think very intentionally about how I'm supporting those people who are at that level. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to get you to that level. That's the goal. And we want to make sure you stay at that level. So that's the whole point. We want to get you there and you stay there and you're constantly growing. So and to get there, I'll just be honest with you, that's where you're now putting in the time, you're committing to showing up, and you're probably doing some things where you're being very intentional about your monetization strategy. It is some of those matches. Maybe you're doing a little bit more of that. Maybe you're engaging in that process in a little bit more intentionality. So just thinking about it from that perspective, but that is something that all of us should be striving for. The other thing that I will say, so those are the things that will disqualify you. And again, you guys, so some of you in the room have submitted. I'm assuming that's I shouldn't say I'm assuming. I know that's the due diligence that TikTok has to check. So it will check to make sure you're not 1 million followers. It will check to make sure you haven't earned too much money. It will check to see if you have any violations and stuff like that. So it's checking for that stuff. So you want to make sure you don't fall into those situations. It will check also if your account is the higher. I have this note here. So if your account is the higher diamond baseline account. So say you got two accounts. You got an account that maybe you got go live access, but you really ain't gone live. And that was kind of my situation with my shop page. That was an account that I started off with, and I really hadn't gone live much over there. I had done maybe about 4 or 5 lives before I converted it to the shop page. But that account was over there, and this account was like my main account I was going live on. TikTok says the way I understand that rule, it says that your live agency connection has to be with a higher level account. It can't be with that account that is the newer account. That's the way I understood it. Now we'll see what it comes back with, but they call that kind of they fall put that in a category to saying you have multiple accounts, and so they're checking for which account you're applying to, applying for the agency with, and based on that other account that you have, um, you got to make sure you're looking at that account with the most diamonds. And then they factor in obviously the diamonds you've collected and see if you can be attached to an agency. So all that is being decided. Um, when everything's said and done, I'll take a look and see. I'm gonna obviously get off this call shortly and just take a look and see, um, what's the turnaround time for people who submitted an application of interest, and then once that is there, how do I send out the invites? Well, I know how to send the invites out, so then I can send out the invites. Good day, my technology. What is an agency? Oh, how you doing, Jenny? Stay with me for 1 second. Let me answer your question. 1 second. You said I heard you can't collect diamonds on two accounts. Is that true? Not true. Not true. You can collect diamonds on two accounts. You absolutely can. You can. Now, like I said, it just becomes now a situation of which one you can attach to an agency. Yeah, you can absolutely collect diamonds on two accounts. They, obviously that was actually in the training in the webinar, where it's like we know people have multiple accounts. Now they just factor in which account has the higher baseline that you're applying for an agency for. And what they'll say is that the one with the higher account has to be used, not the lower one. I need to do my homework. Yeah. No, you're fine. With this agency stuff, like I said, you get a peek behind the curtain. You kind of see like, oh. And so I am learning a lot about what has happened with my live streams and what's happened with how things have gone on for me. And now I know um, to how to support and how to make sure that I bring this new information to you all. Okay, really quickly, Jenny, you asked, what is an agency? So this is a conversation. So the agency that I have it's called Launch Your Income Agency. It is a TikTok live creator network agency. So people who are interested in being live streamers, live hosts, you can work with an agency that's going to give you guidance and support, strategy to make sure that you're building your community, building your confidence, as well as growing in your monetization, your diamonds, your rewards you're earning. So you want to make sure you are getting with an agency that's going to give you some good sage advice, but also some good strategy to make sure you're successful. Now, again, I always tell you guys, I don't gatekeep. I tell you, I said, for you to be successful, it's going to have to be up to you. So some of the things I say to people, I don't have a requirement on how you said launch your income. I'm so pleased. Oh, appreciate you, friend. I don't have a requirement on how many days you go live. However, I make it very clear that if you want to do this and be successful, you got to be consistent. You're just gonna have to. That you said I knew you win. I love it. So yeah, I just say you have to be consistent. That's the main thing about it. If you are expecting the algorithm to do things differently for you and support you and help you with getting you out on the FYP and making sure you're growing and stuff, then it's going to require you to show up. And so some of the things I will say, I'm looking at a couple different rest your goal. Yes, rest your goal. Yeah. Oh, reset my goal. Gotcha. Reset my goal. Um, One of the things I will say is that I want to also, when I think about the agency, I want to make sure that I also give different challenges out there to make sure you guys are growing in your diamonds. So I will put that out there where it's like, okay, here's what we're doing for this week. Here's the challenge that's out there. Look at you, the ice cream Sunday. Oh, I appreciate appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much. Oh, that was cute. When you have 2K people on your live, remember us. That's where we're here for the cool down. Exactly. Oh, you're so funny. Thank you so much. You said, remember the little people when you was just, when you just had people coming in. They're like, hey, Dr. Lisa, how can I get an agency? Like, wait a minute, y'all. Now you must go live. I won't have that. I won't get full of myself, y'all. I won't get full of myself. So but no, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all you guys, and we're gonna do some good things. I think I'm excited about this. Like I said, I am really in awe of all the support and resources that is available when you peek behind the curtains. And so I just know if you're committed to the process, then I'm committed to you all. We need to connect for an interview. Okay, okay, awesome, awesome. I love that. Um, and so I'm committed to you all. So yes, this is purpose in action. I love that. I love that. You are a humble person. This will show in this next step. It will. It will. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. And that's at the end of the day, it's just about being authentic, being yourself. People get to know, like, and trust you. If you show up in a way where people are like thinking you in it to win it for yourself, that ain't gonna work. Let's be real. If we are talking about people who are people of a certain age and we are mature and we can see when it's BS, we see it, we smell it, we know it, then that's many of our audiences. We get it. And so if you're showing up in a way that you're not being authentic, people are gonna be like, swipe, swipe. So you gotta show up. You gotta make sure you're being your true self. You gotta make sure you understand your why and what you're offering and how you're adding value for people so that they can stop and listen. That's gonna be the main thing. You need to start going to the green room and Duchess of TikTok to advertise. Oh yes, I will. I will. I will. I will. I definitely will. I will definitely share that. I gotta learn a little bit more about people and already agency connections and alliances and stuff. And so I want to be cognizant of that. I want to make sure. So I said this earlier, Yuji. What is that? She was saying going to other live host rooms that are doing this live stream stuff. So she was saying Coach V, Coach Vicky. Coach Vicky came in for a second. I don't know. And then Duchess of TikTok is another one. There's a few of them that are out here doing it. What I was about to say is that I got to be cognizant of who those agencies, who those live hosts are already connected to, because I don't want to get into the conversation or the impression of poaching or anything like that. So that is something that TikTok makes very clear. Like, you cannot be trying to poach people. And so if they want to invite me to a conversation, I will clearly make that disclaimer. So if y'all hear me say that, y'all heard me say it for a reason. Ain't nobody gonna report me. Not gonna say that I tried to take somebody from what they was doing. Everybody got decisions. And I use the word agency in a sense that you have a choice that you can make. And what I will not do is talk bad about nobody else's agency. They can decide if they want to go there, or they can decide if they want to go with me. So that's how I'm gonna put that. But I'm happy. I'm happy to come to any of y'all rooms. I will say that. Any of the launch your income folks, I'm happy to come to your room and chat. Yes, my intention is to talk about you and your purpose despite choices. Oh, I love that. Yes, yes. So I'm happy to come to any of your rooms and chat with you all and talk about this particular decision and approach. And obviously, I'll talk about the agency as well. So she comes on at that time for you, 2 a.m. Oh, that's late. She's super late. 2 a.m. 12 a.m. I mean, this is exciting. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, Doc. They talk highly of you, Doc. Oh, I appreciate you. Oh, that's sweet. So no, like I said, I want to make sure I don't, I want to step wisely in terms of how I operate. But at the same time, I'm happy to talk to any and everybody. I want to be obviously I want to be accessible. Thank you. I appreciate you. So happy, child. That's why I haven't seen her. What you mean you haven't seen who? Me? I've been in these streets. I've been here. I've been ending the live a little early because I got homework, so it's a lot of homework. But and obviously getting the system set up and just the landing page. Oh no, the Duchess. Oh, that's what she meant. Oh yes, because she comes on so late. Oh yeah, that's that is late. I guess you got to do what you got to do. I don't know. Is she battling? Is that what's happening? Is she in the battle streets at night? But no, I mean, let's be real. I'm gonna say this, and I've always said this: the TikTok streets don't close. They are up 24 hours a day. So whether you somebody midday that need TikTok guidance because you on your lunch break, or you haven't gotten your day started and there's different time zones, or you someone who's midday driving home from work, or in the evening. Yes, worldwide audience. Um, yep, if it works for her, are you still gonna do your shop lives? I need to make a decision on that. I'm gonna see how this month of August ramps up for me. Um, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it long term. I will say that. That is without a doubt. If the growth in the way I envision doing this comes to fruition, there's no way I'm gonna have capacity to do it. So I'll say that much. I don't, and so then it just becomes a conversation about when do I separate and try to just really focus on this. If I was to go over there, maybe build in a time in my day where I'm able to do like an hour over there and talk about shop lives and just kind of keep it activated enough so that I can be able to kind of offer that support, not from an agency perspective, but just offering that guidance and support. I could do that. My thinking is that I will continue to use this live as a recruiting tool and adding value, sharing stuff about the agency, giving some tips and strategies, especially for some new people who are like, do I need an agency? What is an agency? Those type of questions. Did I answer the question? Jen, did I ever answer that question? She gone. Jen, like, Dr. Lisa, I had to leave. I asked you a question. I don't know if I answered her question. I think we just started talking and I went in another direction. I don't think she's in here. Jen, if you're still here, let me know, friend. I'm happy to answer questions. So I gotta do better about that. You said this is your intro place. Exactly. Exactly. Hold on one second. Hold on, I have to charge my cell phone. It's about to go out on me. But yeah, so yeah, this is where I will do recruiting. The link will be there, that type of stuff. So I'm gonna use this as at least in the initial phase, use this as a standing recruiting place too. And then, like I said, answering questions, talking about live hosting, especially for my new people, being very intentional about that. Obviously, I will be in some of your lives, kind of in these streets, connecting with some of you all too, so I can support you. And then we'll come up with some other ways that as an agency we're supporting each other. I want to be intentional about that too because, at the end of the day, it's no reason why we all can't grow. So I want to make sure, especially as we're, you know, increasing our numbers, trying to build our communities. There's some things we might want to do to kind of just improve the mechanics of our lives. So when you think about lighting, lighting matters, sound matters, coming up with your brand, coming up with your message, your intro, the things you want to share with your community, just being consistent in that way and just kind of identifying ways to improve the way you present on the live and making sure as we're supporting each other, we're able to bring new eyes to the live too because we're sharing the live out. We're doing the things to support each other in that way. So I think that's going to be really important and how you make that a little bit more structured in terms of as an agency we're moving in a unit, as a unit. So that's going to be important in addition to making sure we're doing some things as an agency to help with the monetization, the friendly battles in terms of the agency doing friendly battles, as well as working with other agencies, because that's a big piece too, where you have an alliance or a connection with other agencies to say, oh, let's bring new eyes to the room too, to make sure that we're seeing the opportunity to battle with other people too. And obviously those are not as friendly. They could be, especially if there's an alliance, but not making battling a big piece of it, but just thinking about ways we can do it again, from a monetization, but also just growing our community and expanding. So, um, and that's one of the things where I wish I learned sooner, and I learned from being involved with an agency. You gotta wanna understand the why. So that's what I'm gonna present. I'm gonna present the why. I'm gonna explain it, and we'll get some tips and strategies. We'll get some training on it too, and we'll have some other people come in and guide us. And then I know many of you are already in these streets doing it, and you know kind of things we should be doing. So obviously, as an agency, we can get some good tips from each other. So are you coming back at 4? I will be back at 4. I'm back at 4. I'm about to, yeah, thank you for sharing that because I am about to get off shortly. I will be back at 4, and I'll talk about this again. Hopefully it's not as glitchy. I can check the system and see what's the turnaround time, realistically, if somebody's submitting the application, and then me being able to see that application in the system and being able to, engage with it, send the invite or do whatever actions I need to do. So I need to find out that. But thank you all. That was my logic between a soft launch. I was like, okay, I got to do a soft launch because I don't want to say, oh, I'm open, and then you know I don't know that there's a delay. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you all participating in a soft launch. And then we'll do this at the 4 o'clock. I'll talk about it again. If you have questions for me at the 4 o'clock and you're like, Dr. Lisa, I did not ask or I didn't get this question answered, feel free to bring it to me so I can support and answer questions there too. Thank you so much. You say yes. And then tomorrow's the official launch. So I'll be out there. I'm gonna change my I gotta update my bio a little bit. I am going to, let me say this out loud too. I am going to create another page that is going to be your launch your income page. What I'm going to do with that page, because the agency is actually linked to this page. It's linked to my main page here, which is fine. Hindsight, I probably would have should have done it differently, but that's okay. So it's fine that it's linked here. That other account I am going to open is going to be the account that I'm going to use really a lot for PR, just sharing, like, you know how you share different clips from your lives. Maybe you had a successful live and you know you had something you wanted to celebrate. You know how you have those highlight clips. I want to put those clips on the page. So hopefully I can be able to post that without getting a violation. So we got to see if I'm gonna be able to post some of that stuff. But I want to use that page to kind of celebrate you all, share some stuff that's happening with the agency, that type of stuff. So that's going to be on that page, and then that page will get linked to Dr. Lisa, to this page. So it'll have that link on there in the bio, but essentially that's going to be kind of almost like a marketing page when you think about it. So it'll be that type of account. Great, I'm so excited. Yeah, so I want to make sure I can do that. Obviously TikTok will give you a video violation for different reasons, but I want to make sure I can do that. So I want to be able to uh, hopefully you guys, like, maybe you'll mention the launch your income. That may be the best way to do it. So hopefully I can repost or share. Somehow I want to be able to share all those posts that you guys are doing and celebrate you all. So I'll have to see how we can do that and not get that account in trouble. But that is the purpose of that account. If we're doing any kind of PR when it comes to promoting the things that you're doing and stuff. One of the best practices is that you want to announce if you're going to do a friendly a battle and stuff like that. You want to have like a nice little catchy marketing. So again, that could be on the launch your income page. Some other things that's happening with your account if you're celebrating a milestone, we want to put that out there. So yeah, I just want to make sure I'm uplifting as much of you all as possible. And then, like I said, if you guys want me to come to a live and we chat and talk, and I'm happy to do that as well. All right. All right, friends. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. You guys were so helpful with this soft launch. And I will keep you posted. I'll figure out why I'm not seeing stuff in the backstage. Like I said, I'm sure there's a delay, but I just need to know what to expect with that delay. All right. Take care. Yes, count me in. All right, friend. I will. I will. I'm going to be communicating. All right. Let's grow. That's it. Let's grow. This is so excited. Thank you so much. Y'all so sweet. Y'all are making my day. So thank you so much, everybody. I so appreciate you all. I will be back at 4. Got some homework to do. All right. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate you all hanging in there with me. I will be back at 4. Take care. Bye bye.